there any? Sita Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Huh?
Everything is nectar. What you feel?
Follow the angels.
Follow the angels. Follow the angels. This is also follow the angels. Oh. Maybe that's a good chapter also. You can hear. About the holy name. There are different gradations of the holy name. Srila Dev Goswami speaks about this topic. There are those that think that Harinam, Krishnanam, and Shivanam are one and the same. Like the followers of the Ramakrishna mission or the Shankara school. They reach that. But such an idea originates in the plane of misunderstanding. Shuddhanam, the pure name, must have its original form in Nirguna Bhumika, far beyond the misconception of Maya. So the influence of Maya or illusion reaches up to Viraja. Viraja is like a border, or like a river we have to cross, not a river like we understand here. Like Ganga or something. It is a transcendental. It is something like a border. So we have to, Maya reaches up to this border. And then there is Brahma Loka. Brahma Loka means the transcendental plane, the first level. Then Bharavyoma. The real name must have its origin in Bharavyoma. Means the transcendental world, where we can see that more detailed, like this material world. The transcendental world is also personal and has the pastimes go on there also, like Vaikunta, Gaudiya and Goloka and so forth. So the name must come from one of this, from Paravyoma, one of these places. Like Ram name, the Sita, they are coming from the pastimes of Ram, Sitaram. They are eternal. And Krishna Nam originates in Goloka, the most original plane of the whole existence. To be really Krishna Nam, it must have its origin in the highest plane of Vrindavan. So, Nam Akara, the mere physical sound, is not the name proper. So we should not, this is the big mistake we have in this world. That we think that we chant the Nam, then we chant Nam Akara. Means it's only a physical sound, but we can give any other sound is also physical sound. So it is not the name proper. It is not really. The real name is necessary not only for us to get out of this world of Maya or misunderstanding, but for the attainment of the service of Krishna in Vrindavan. So the name that has its origin in the Vrindavan plain, only that can take us there. Otherwise, if the spirit in the name, the sound, is of any other type, it may take us to that mountain place only. So it has no spiritual, it is not a spiritual sound. It depends when we realize that this sound, name, Krishna, is coming directly from the transcendental plane. And realize that Krishna, Nam, Krishna, and Krishna himself is non-different. Then when we have not understood or not chanting the name like this, then it is material sound. And there may be not much benefit. It will transport, just like, let us see, let us understand. I may chant the name of Ram, but I think of some material topics in this world. So what we are transporting with this is our mental condition. So the Ram may be transcendental sound, but when the mind is in a different place or in this material world, then this Ram name transports, or it can even be contaminated by hearing. So that's the difference. So, otherwise, if the spirit in the name, the sound is of any other type, it may take us to that mundane place only. This is quite scientific. It is not unreasonable. A mere word is not the name. The meaning and the essence of the meaning, the deep conception of the meaning, that is everything. It is all in all. It is all important to serve our purpose. So that's because those who are really chanting the holy name, the Lord is manifesting. The Lord is, even you speak sounds, seemingly material sound, but if the consciousness is connected with the transcendental brain, Brahma, even this may purify us. Can you follow this? We have to have the connection with the divinity, with the transcendental plane. Then everything changes. So Krishna Nam is especially powerful. Or you think that when Govinda, Babaji or Prabhupada discussing, or our Gurudev, some material topic, that there's any material consciousness or anything disconnected from the original source. No, nothing. Everything becomes spiritualized when our consciousness, our connection is when we are connected with divinity. This is, as Srila Siddha Maharaj said, it is quite scientific. It is not unreasonable. So name proper from a bona fide guru. So we shall try to take upadesh, instructions, from a real source, not from just anyone. Atsak Sangite Krishnanam Nahi Baya. We cannot find real Krishna Nam in the association of those that do not have it. The external sound, the superficial sound may come out, but not the substance. The external cover of the sound, the ordinary sound, that may not be Krishna Nam. Nam aparat, nam abhas, it is ordinary sound, not Vaikuntha sound, not spiritual sound. Can you follow? You have question with this? So where sound is charged with spiritual knowledge, with feeling that is Krishna Nam, that is Krishna. The superficial imitation of Krishna Nam is not Krishna, it is mundane sound. That is the difference between mundane sound and spiritual sound. When we have spiritual life within, we speak about Krishna, our words are so charged with spiritual substance. There's a story about a doctor who had a dispensary where he saw many patients and administered much medicine. One day the doors of the dispenser were open and the doctor was absent. So one monkey entered there, and monkeys are good imitators. So the monkey entered and taking a seat on the doctor's chair, he imitated the doctor, giving medicine here and there. But the monkey's treatment is not that of the doctor. The external aspect is there, imitation, but the inner aspect is absent. Similarly, spiritual understanding must be there within the physical actions. So this is the essential point, what should realize in the beginning, before spiritual life, before we can understand what is spiritual life. Then you become conscious. Otherwise you are living in the material world and you're just imitating posing like a saint, but you're not, you're just imitating. It has no effect. It may even harm. So Krishnanam is not only mundane sound, it is something else. It is necessary that we take the sound from a bona fide guru, who has spiritual realization, whose words are so charged with spiritual substance. It is required. Otherwise, it will be all in vain. It is only cultivation of mundane sound. Vaikundanam Gahanam Ashecha. It is said in the Shastra that you should take the name identified with infinite. Vaikundanam. That sound that has a connection with the infinite, not the mundane limited sound, connected to the limited world. So an ordinary person, a student, must come to a real professor who will be able to offer real education, not to anyone and everyone. This is the norm. A person of high intelligence can discover something from ordinary events, from ordinary incidents. An expert can find out the higher truth, just like Newton. When the apple fell from the tree, the realization came to him, oh, the earth is drawing it, attracting it. Ordinary people see an apple falling, but no such realization comes that the earth is drawing it, is attracting it. Newton discovered gravitation. Observation of the ordinary gives new light to an expert. A person with a higher brain, in the same way, the higher spiritualists can obtain deep realization from the apparently commonplace. But for ordinary person, it is not possible. So they should go to a proper source. That is mentioned in the Upanishads, in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, how and with what attitude the disciple should approach the Acharya, the spiritual preceptor. If the Acharya has practical and scriptural knowledge of the truth, if this qualification is there, he is not bogus, but a real Acharya. So we must approach a real doctor to cure disease, not a monkey imitating doctor, a doctor. This common sense. If we have thirst for spiritual knowledge, then we must go to the proper spiritualist. Not one that will harm us. Avashava mukha girnam, an imitation acharya. It is common sense. Progress is possible when a real transaction is made. Sometimes that is very difficult. A good professor is necessary. But if the student is not up to standard, then professor can't do anything. Both must be qualified, student and professor. Only then can scholarship be important. Is there any comments on this question?
Maharaj, like it is, I've heard this a few times that like a disciple or aspiring disciple, when he would like to take refuge of a guru, that he should first live with the guru for at least 1 year. So then he can be sure that if he wants to surrender himself to this personality, and vice versa, so that the guru can also see if he is sincere. So, like relating to this topic, like nowadays, so many people, so many aspiring devotees, they are seeking refuge, and quite soon already they receive initiation in so many cases. Then, but these are maybe one of very elevated gurus that are giving initiation. Then how to
And it is up to the guru, because he can see more than we. He knows there's potential. He knows where there is no potential. So somebody is sincere. Even he is not sincere. Our Guru Maharaj sometimes give, also Swami Maharaj. Also Prabhupada, when they went to village, he initiated whole village without knowing them before. But he was a very powerful personality. Just by remembering such a person, our spiritual life will increase, and we will realize. There's another type who are imitating. They also accept anyone. When they have no qualification, they have nothing, but they also don't have themselves any realization. So they are coming together, and they are living, or they are imitating guru, disciple. But nobody benefits. Srila Maharaj would even say, both go to hell. Yes, yes, we have to. Basically, it is not controlled by the external. It is controlled by the sincerity of those who are looking for the real thing. Krishna will arrange, and everything will go as it comes. So, but pure devotee or Jarya, he can initiate anyone. And he will benefit. Maybe not this life, but he will go on like this. This is the mercy. So, those who are highly qualified, they can decide. Like I sometimes have somebody ask, he wants to get initiated, but they are not fit. So they have to wait. If he's sincere and if he stays determined, then Guru Maharaj or Krishna may arrange that he may get
not on the level like good qualification or very advanced or something, but something is there. Maybe it's not for 10th class, maybe it's for 2nd class or something. Who still have benefit and still Guru will help him.
Yes, if he is sincere accordingly, he will help. Another way is that everybody has his level. This far I can go, but I don't dare to make a step into there where I do not know what will happen, like surrender. Surrender is not so easy. To give up, to be the enjoyer, the controller, the doer.
I heard now when I was in India, I was asked about one acharya from our mat, from one guru, sannyasi, why he not come. Then our Gaudiya Maharaj from Radha, he told me he is coming very rarely. Then I was asked, how do you know something about him, how he came in the mission and what was happened? And Gaudiya Maharaj said he was paid to become cook there. He came to like worker. He was cooking in our mat there. And Guru Maharaj slowly preached to him and something. Now he is sannyasi in Vishakhapatnam, the main temple. But he, in the beginning, he didn't have much interest for spiritual life, only for some income.
Yes, this is the mercy of Guru and also the disciple or his past life was already. We cannot really compare so much with Indian, because they basically have, at least in the past, nowadays they are also very materialistic, but they had some basic understanding about what is spiritual life, more faith in God. And I remember the first time I went in the late 70s or beginning of 80s something, from Kolkata airport to Mayapur. And we were the ambassador, the Indians may know. Ambassador.
Car.
Now, nowadays I do not see them anymore.
Like Tata, like Suzuki, like
Ambassador, everybody knows. You are young. Yeah.
He just away.
So we were 8 people inside, you know.
Security Z, security A, something.
There were 8 people inside, you know, and the driver were starting, you know. He spoke some mantras, and he, in front he had a Kali Murti, and then he begged, and then he full gas from airports to Mayapur, full gas to all the villages. I don't know what happened now, you know, full of people and the cows and everywhere in the village, you know, and he full gas. He did not use the brake, you know. He was going like this. So they have this kind of faith, you know, only they are not following any rules. They only have one help. This is the, how you call it? Horn, you know.
They always clear the road before.
Yes, horn, they are not, but full. And I was shaking inside, you know, and all of the devotees who were there. They were shaking like this when they came out, you know. Even before, in the 77, something like this, in South India, Rameshwaram, there were no cars this time. There were only one, it's an island. There was one bridge, and the train was going there. There were 2 cars, one bus who was going around the different villages on the island, and one rich man had an old car, you know, it's 1930 or something. So Rameshwaram is a big spit, a very holy place, you know, and they are very broad street, you know, going towards the temple. And they're coming from outside the city, and it goes down to the sea side, because it's directly on the sea, this temple. And I was watching this, you know. He came full gas, and it was completely full, the street, with people, you know. but he was just using the horn, but not special, But nobody moved more fast or that he go aside. It was just normal, Even the cows went and they just put the feet back, whoop, keep going. Nothing happened. And the second car also the same, They are just full in the mass of the people, and everything was like going very harmonious.
Old India, nowadays you don't find ambassador. You find all other castes.
Yeah. No, this, but the driving is not much different, It's
I saw also they have different style how they press horn, and horn have sincere sound, or some just like warning, or if he want to do different movement according to.
Yeah, they are driving with acoustic. They are not driving by eyes. And by, you put how do you say, the lamps or the amber. Green, red, yellow. Signal, yeah. Very rarely they follow. But in Delhi, yeah, they try to.
In India it is very straight, Maharaj. If you are going straight, you have to go straight, but signal is red, you turn right, again you turn left, again you turn right and keep going. They don't stop.
Yeah. Yes. So it's different, this is somehow or another they are on the different they have somehow or another they are not caring so much. They have faith, nothing will happen, I'm protected. Something like this. At least in the beginning when I was there, it was like this. So for them, it's easier to understand because it was their nature. Nowadays, it's also changing much. They developed faith in the gods, that he will protect them or not.
They are really much more subtle than we are.
Yeah, nowadays not anymore. I see that they are imitating the Western. This TV is absolute. They got all these American films, and they want all to become like Americans, like the one society, the goal of those who join the temple, they want to go to the heavenly planets either, and then they want to go to Vaikuntha or to Goloka, But the highest goal is to get the green card, to get to America and get married there. Now this is Kali Yuga. So they give up all their spiritual basis, understanding. Still, it will not go away so easy, but for some lifetimes they will have to experience the world as it is. So we may close if there's anything more to say. This is material world. This is the age now. We have forgotten the reality. There's nobody surviving here, and we don't care. We don't care where we are going, where we have to go. What will be the result of our life, what we are living now? We think nothing, I will go on. But they have not found out, like Srimad said, Newton found out, He was thinking, the apple falls down to the earth, so the earth has some attraction. Otherwise it may maybe go to a different direction. When the apple falls from the tree up, by example. So in this way we have to see the reality. There's laws in this material world, and we cannot jump over artificially. These laws will always be there. And there's no scientist who can do anything against this. But nowadays we are becoming really under the influence of foolishness, of ignorance. We are controlled by foolish people who are not understanding what is reality. Birth, disease, old age, death. What do you want to do against? What is your medicine? What do the scientists do? Now, before hundreds of years, they're becoming 40, 50 years, then they die. Now they become 70, 80 years. Very good. But 1,000 years ago, or longer, they were living 1,000 years, Methuselah. They were living 10,000 years. They are ignorant. They do not understand. Kali Yuga, everything gets reduced. Intelligence, lifespan is changing, now it's going up, but you should understand that at the saying in the Vedas, at the end of Kali Yuga, people become only small, like this, 50 centimeter high. They will live under the earth. There's nothing growing, they eat each other. And they are dying it's changing, all these things. And it happens in a circle. It always comes again. But we will not experience it. Now we think we are the controllers, but you see around what they're controlling. It's a complete mess. What can they do? Is it not? What is the great scientists, the great thinkers, the great to save us? What can they do? Nothing. Now we're getting cold, and they say it will be too hot, we will burn all. "3 years, then we are finished." This is children, they gluing themselves on the floor, have no life experience, only speculation. the world is following these things, you know, and getting panic. Jai Sri Lord Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Jai Srila Siddhadev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Gurudev Nitya Leela Bhavistam Vishnu Pad Brahmamsa Vicharya Stota Sasri Srimad Tivai Bhabur Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Brinda ki Jai. Jai Gaur